Hello loves, welcome to Fifth Dimension. I hope everybody is doing well. Thank you for joining me for this collective reading. I am going to go ahead and get started with the main energies. I will say though that the main energies that are coming through just during the shuffle are about what it is that you're leaving behind, being heavily on focus. There's like a, it's giving me like from the energy oracle where there's a card that's called walking away, and she's just like outside of the fence, but she's like got her hand still on it. So there's a bit of a hesitation to move forward on something. Is sort of what I'm getting. We have, what do you need to release? We have worked through your fears. What else? Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius, Scorpio, and the waning moon. It's definitely the energy of moving away from something. Now I do feel like it's something that's difficult. There's a lot of doubt in you when it comes to leaving whatever this is. So actually, let me get some unicorn ones to clarify that before I do tarot. Clarify the energies, please. There might be a lot of background noise just in case you're able to hear all that. So we have the card of compassion. Be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and in others. For work through your fears, we have cycles. Everything has its right time. Honor the cycles of your body. Tune into the moon's magic. And then look at the bigger picture. Nope. Oh, two. We'll take them. We have past lives. Release your past life karma. You are an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration and intuition. Listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination tools to help you decide. Trust your intuition no matter what. It feels like there's a big life decision that you are attempting to have a clear indication of what's right and wrong, almost like what's right for me. You specifically, right? It's just like a thought that you are thinking to yourself, like, what is right for me? And finding it difficult to move away from certain things that you intuitively feel are not right for you. There's a lot of self-doubt as the main energy as it's popping up, and that is potentially, maybe there's a sense of like a safety net of some aspect that you haven't been able to move away from. It's giving me like shallow edge of the pool that you've like stayed around, and you've been taking them swimming lessons. Just kidding, I always come up with the stupidest backstory. You've been taking your swimming lessons, and it's like ready to go. You are fully prepared to go off into the deep end, but there's this hesitation within you to trust that you're prepared for the deep end, but also to leave behind, I guess, like the friends that you made in the shallow end. And that does not sound right, but you know what I mean. It's just like there's a sense of comfort. It doesn't even have to be people, but there's a sense of familiarity that somehow makes you feel safe in something that you feel guided to move away from. And it's not even like the intention of moving away from something specifically, an energy, a behavior, a thought, an action. It's just about moving towards something else is the more emphasis, is the moving towards, not necessarily what it is that you are leaving behind. The emphasis here is about what it is that you are moving towards. So what does that tell me? That tells me that you're probably putting a lot of emphasis on what you're leaving behind. and then the fear of moving away from and what can come with all of that. I feel like you're in a difficult challenge. Like you're in a tight place between a rock and a hard place, right? When it comes to wiggle room is sort of what I'm getting. Like you really don't have much wiggle room. It's not like you have like the world of options in something specific. There's really just like you going out into the unknown, like making that route for yourself. And so it's like literally that's all it is. It's stay where you are or move out into the complete unknown. In some aspects, which would be considered the deep end, right? The deep end of the pool. Like, will you be able to keep yourself afloat or will you go under? Let's get some tarot. Clarify what needs to be released. The Page of Swords and the King of Cups. So this brings in the energy of compassion for oneself. The Page of Swords is strongly giving me anchors. I don't know what that is. But certain... Okay, so this could be the past, is sort of what I'm getting. Certain... maybe like feeding, however that be. With the swords, it literally could be anything, right? It could be thoughts, it could be intentions, it could be actual communication that you're having, or directing energy, a lot of energy, towards something that's sort of anchoring you. And that's giving me the same thing. Like, remember that holding onto the fence, there's something that's anchoring you, and it could be in any way. It could just be your thoughts, right? But it like shrouds the truth in some aspects. Take that how it applies. The King of Cups bringing in that sense of compassion that you keep on being guided. So you're being hard on yourself? You're being hard on yourself for aspects of your past. Excuse me. Let me pause really quick. I feel like you're finding it really hard at this current time. This is a timeless reading, but whenever you're viewing this reading, I feel like you are being really hard on yourself. Like you're finding it difficult to... I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot of pressure that you must have on you to give a lot of yourself, is what I'm getting. And it's almost like needing to give that to yourself. Needing to give all of that to yourself, or as much as you can, right? To try to remind, a reminder too. Maybe that's what's anchoring you. It's like past things that you've, I don't know, like behaviors, thoughts, actions, decisions that you made that you haven't been able to forgive yourself over. You haven't been able to find compassion for yourself for certain things that you feel are like you can't take back, right? You can't go back. That may be something. Now let's move on to the other energy over here. We have the Four of Cups and we have the Six of Wands. I feel like you are in a low, I'm not gonna lie, like cycles, right? Everything has its time. Honor the cycles of your body. I feel like you're in full understanding that you are at, let's say, the Ferris wheel. You're at the low end of the Ferris wheel, but with the understanding that it is moving. Although it may be like moving really fucking slow because they're loading people up unloading and reloading, unloading and reloading. So it's taking a while, but with the understanding that you're at the bottom end right now. Which means energetically you feel at a low, and this may be reflected in like in a ripple, like things that you're experiencing outside, like just like are adding, what is it? Kick me while I'm down. When it rains, it pours. And then I heard life give you lemon, you make lemonade. So to just remember that you are on a low and you're making your way, and although you may be feeling like poo, and sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. I'm just like resonating with this. Like, this is me AF. Just like really unsettled and dissatisfied. With the understanding that just gather them lemons. Keep gathering each lemon that life has been throwing to you one after one, with the understanding that once you've gathered all these sour ass lemons, you are gonna make a fucking lemonade, okay? This is you. After having sold your whole batch of lemonade. Okay, I feel like that's this really strong guidance right there. It's just like the understanding that it's moving its way. You're working your way through the cycles. All right, so looking at the bigger picture over here. Oh, I love it. Because the vibe just like switched up. Let's throw away these little lemony. Just kidding. I do love me some lemon and some lime. And some trechas with all of that. Just kidding. Okay. There's a bigger picture here. There always is, right? There's always a bigger picture. Just kidding. With the Four of Wands here, it's giving a whole change. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, so one of them flipped. Obviously, you can't see over here. Well, two of them flipped. But I'm going to not take those other ones, all right? Because it was way too much. Look, stop it, you little cute tarot card. Looking at the bigger picture with your intuition and your strong wisdom that you carry with you, understanding what it is that all of this is for, okay? All of these lemons, and once you've sold your lemonade, then it's like celebratory, because you just like have all this money that you just sold this lemonade that you were just like, what? Like, I wasn't even planning on doing anything with all those lemons. You moved your way forward with the Three of Wands, with the understanding. Remember, there was that moving off into the deep end of the pool and being unsure if you are prepared to handle what's on that end, but not giving up. It's like all those moments where you feel like you want to give up at something, where you want to stop trying, stop putting effort. You're just like, this is doing nothing. I am wasting my time. I feel like poo. Just kidding. That's just me. I speak for myself. But no. The understanding, the deep intuitively, right? Trusting your intuition, whatever that's telling you. Because it's going to be different for everybody, and only you will know. All right? Only you are going to know. This is about listening to the whispers of your heart, as the little message says. Use divination tools to help you decide. So tarot is just a tool. It is just here to, if anything, get some things sparked. Create little sparks in your brain, and then it's for you to make connections that are yours, right? Are your truths. But at the end of the day, the bottom message is trust your intuition no matter what. That means your feeling, how you feel about it, is the right thing always, okay? Four of Wands, Ace of Cups, Three of Wands, and then the Lovers here. This is just beautiful energy. I don't want to go into specifics of anything, but it's just whatever it is that you are in a funk over the lack of, like, There's a purpose for it all, and it's just really like extreme contrast from the energy that you are currently in. And I understand the difficulty in being able to keep that trust. But sometimes it's just for us, right? It's like at the end of the day, all you have is yourself to motivate you to build any hope, to get you out of anything that isn't true. Like, you know, it's like a sort of, you get into a cloudiness from these energies. It's too cloudy to see anything clearly when you are in these energies over here. It feels like a lot of static. So whatever things that you can do will be helpful at this time to get you through, to keep on moving, right? That's what the Three of Wands is. That's what the original message was about, moving out of the shallow end and trusting yourself. But the guidance that I would strongly suggest would be that, like, whatever helps you clear the static, because there's so much static. So if that just means like decompressing, like by just like getting rid of, you know, just for a day or whatever works for you, going for a walk, staying away from like the medias, all of the social medias, that it's just a lot of overstimulation for us. And that includes the tarot readings too. To trust when it's just static. There's times when you can go towards things for like, you know, a little bit of just a shift in your energy to help shift it. But once you get that shift, if you just continue, it's just overstimulation at that point. So trusting yourself when you be feeling in, right? When you feel that something is just becoming funky in your energy, and doing what you know works for you, whatever puts you in a place of decompressing all of that static. Simple things. It doesn't have to be anything really crazy. Like for me, just like shower. Like for me, it's a shower sometimes. A lot of the time, I'm just like, I need to go take a shower. Once I'm in the warm water, that's my vibe. And I'm just like, okay, like I just feel better afterwards because then I'm clean. I'm so dumb. Oversharing at this point, but yeah. Card number 6 with Beaver Spirit, laying a solid foundation. I feel like that's within yourself, and that's exactly what I'm saying just right now about understanding yourself, feeling yourself out, and trusting when you're just like, I'm overstimulated. I need to like decompress in some way. That's just what will help get you through, okay? Because once you're in that fog, it can be like overly overshadowing, really crazy. We have card number 53, Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait. What else? That one's self-explanatory. This one always gives me like, you can't see. You can't see your future, right? You can't see your future as much as we all want to be able to know exactly how things will play out. It's just a matter of watching and waiting. Things can change from one day to the next. Card number 60, Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. Card number 48, hold on, I'm going to start choking. I felt like I was talking too much, and I felt like me, myself, was just like, bitch, shut up. You're talking too much. And then I started to want to choke. So some of you must have agreed with me, or someone at least. Card number 48, Porcupine Spirit, time for a beginner mind. That's about the releasing strongly. Remember I said there was something that was anchoring you from your past? Releasing that, not allowing that to overshadow like your perspective on things moving forward. We have card number 50 with Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle. That's you right now. Having the absolute, what's the word that I'm, tenacity? Okay. Um, that's not a word that I use. And then I thought of like the tenacious. What is it? Tenacious D? I don't know why that's coming to mind. Rhino spirit, overcome any obstacle. It just feels like this energy. Taking the lemons and creating a lemonade that's such a delicacy that it sells out. And then you just go and like have you a good old time. Anyways, I'm gonna get off of here. If anything resonated, I'm glad, because this was a mess. I hope y'all have a good day. Until we ride again.